What's up, Kroy reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Listen, I just landed back in Paris after my little vacation in the south of France. I did Marseille and Provence. So I'm not yet camera ready, but let me just say this news breaking hot off the press, like literally 1 hour ago, is so freaking shocking to me. Kim from the Real Housewives of Atlanta has officially filed to divorce from her husband of 11 years, Kroy Biermann. Not only was he her husband, he was also her beloved Uber driver and wig maker. Like, to me, this couple seemed like it was going to be one of those like forever Bravo couples. And so I just never saw this coming. They got married within like a year of meeting each other. They've had like 4 kids, like back to back to back. It's been 11 years. Like, they just seem so damn solid. So like this coming out really like has blindsided me. But at the same time, when you think about all the financial issues and the way that it looks like Kroy has literally no interest in working, I can see why that would wear thin on Kim after a while, right? So let's get into the filings and whatnot, like what she's hoping for when it comes to custody of their 4 children, etc., etc. So I just want to give a quick shout out to lovebscott.com, which is where I found this news from. I have like their like news on like alerts on Twitter. So that came up to me. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, the news broke via thesun.com. Kim reports that their date of their separation was April 30th, which was literally like 8 days ago, you guys. Like, she's like, all right, I'm out of here. Peace out, you know? And in her filing, she says that the marriage is irretrievably broken with no hope of reconciliation. And when it comes to their children and whatnot, Kim is reportedly seeking primary physical custody of them and joint legal custody. And just to kind of refresh your memories on these children, because when I was reading this article, I was like, yeah, that's right, they've got 4. Because I remember her being immediately pregnant with their junior, Kroy Jagger, who is now 11 years old. There was Cash Cade. Remember when she had that beef with her RHOA co-star Candy Burris about the name Cash? Apparently, Candy had told Kim that she wanted to name her child Cash when she had a son, and then Kim went ahead and stole that name, and then they went back and forth. And so Candy wound up using the name Ace, which, not to be shady, but I think Ace is a better name than Cash with a K. But I digress. Anyway, and then they also have twins, 9-year-old twins that go by the name of Kaya Rose and Kane Wren. So again, just to refresh there, Kim is seeking primary physical custody and joint legal custody, which I do think is pretty standard. Typically, the women are the one who seek primary physical custody because guess what? Typically, it's them who are in charge of all the like medical appointments, the school stuff, like spearheading that. So, I get it. It makes sense. She's also seeking spousal support, but I'm wondering where she's going to get this spousal support from because, like I said, her Uber driver slash her wig maker does not really work, and he has not really worked for several years. I know she claimed that he had this like multi-million-dollar NFL contract, but if he did, why do they have all of this debt? Like, Kroy and Kim allegedly owe over $1.1 million to the IRS. So I don't get it. Like, where do you get the spousal support? Where did the NFL money go, et cetera, et cetera? Like, even early on in their relationship, the money was looking kind of funny because remember, the landscaper was chasing them for money. They owed him about somewhere between 20 to 40,000, if my memory is not failing me. And so she said that she went and ripped out all the plans. It was like F you basically, because she did not want to go ahead and pay that. So I don't know. The whole thing is a mess. But like I said, Kim is divorcing this man after 11 years. I am really curious to see how this pans out. I do believe that money was the great stressor that ultimately broke them apart. All that debt, I think she's an overspender. I think he's an underworker, and that is not a good combination. One thing that I do find quite interesting about this divorce is that it's being announced on Monday, which means they want it to be fresh news. They did not want to wait for the weekend or whatever, like the Friday or the this or the that to announce it. Like, she wants to be in the presses. And guess what? RHOA premiered last night. So to me, this is not a coincidence. I think that Kim wants to get back on RHOA to make some damn money because somebody needs to support her and them kids because it ain't going to be Kroy, okay? Here's another thing that I want to say. I want to put this out there on the record in case this comes back one day, right? For the archives, I believe that this might be a fake divorce. Like I said, the timing is suspicious, right? RHOA premiered last night. There's a lot of buzz around that, especially today with all the recaps and whatnot. Normally, divorces should be announced on Fridays or whatnot, Thursdays or Fridays, so that they get like quietly ignored during the weekend. Nobody wants to work on weekends, blah blah, and then like you move on to the next thing by the next week. Monday means please talk about us. So when you have that those two factors together, the please talk about us and the former show that used to pay me the big bucks, right? Just aired, to me it equals, hey, this is a last ditch effort to get on the show. Though I don't even think that Kim needed to do this, to be honest with you. I think that the door for her or like a Portia or whatever have always been open. So I think that she could have just went to Andy and said, hey, listen, we are desperate here and we will put it all out there on the table, bleed for the audience, because we need to save the house that has been threatened with foreclosure a million times. We've got $1 million plus to pay back to the IRS. We will do anything and everything, right? And here's my third. Well, no, I don't think she would get back together with Big Papa. I don't think so. But anyway, please remember and note those conspiracy theories that I just put out there, because I do believe that that is what is going on here. That she wants to bank off the buzz from RHOA premiering, and that this might be a fake sort of situation in order to secure a peach for herself as she navigates the separation. Because this obviously is something that is a big news in the Bravo world. This is a really long Bravo marriage. And if it's not this, then maybe it's another spinoff. Remember, she had Don't Be Tardy. Do you think that they can revive Don't Be Tardy to let this kind of play out? Maybe a divorce special? Could she be on the Zeus network? You guys let me know what you think about all this, okay? In the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.